On a 10% closing ratio, you can make a six-figure income. On just 10%. Six-figure. All you need is a 10% closing ratio. Now, I got my closing ratio up to a 90% closing ratio. I've had many of my clients get their closing ratios up to 90% closing ratios. Many. And how? The classes. One woman was 0 for 3,000. 3,000 dials, not a single close. Now, most people are not that persistent. She's been in dozens of the classes. She's been to dozens of these events and creating a dynasty, listened for 4 hours a day in the beginning, listened for 8 hours a day to all those audios. The woman sucked so bad. There are 3 people that I encountered that sucked so bad, and it was their persistence that brought them success. And the 2 of the 3 were Jackie and Stacy. There are 3 people that they sucked so bad that I said, I can't help them. They are beyond my skill set. This required more prayer than what I normally give the majority of my clients. But this one woman, 0 for 3,000, people would hang up on her on the first paragraph. She would say, hi, Joe, how's it going? Click. Like, oh. So after she failed for the 3,000, then she gets a coaching appointment. And I found out what it was. As soon as she started to read the script, I'm like, I know, oh, stop. I'm about to hang up on you myself. Okay? So we tweaked. And through time and through the classes, the tweaking, this woman got to the point where she had a 90% closing ratio with good leads and a 50 to 60% closing ratio with 1-year-old leads. Old leads. Decrepit leads, iceberg leads. The woman is a multi-millionaire today, known all over the world. And she sucked. I almost fired her a few times because she was such a whiner. Such a whiner. Pay me $400 to be on the phone and then whine about her husband. I'm so sorry, I'm not a marriage counselor. Let's focus on your business. And by the way, you keep complaining about your husband, that could be why your business sucks. Because you reap what you sow, broad. Did you miss that part? The first 2 hours of first steps to success. It's true. I almost fired her many times. Almost many times. And then she got it. And she's a multi-millionaire today, known all over the world. Okay? So when it comes to becoming a professional in the art of prospecting and closing, I'm really, really impressed. Number 1, with Jackie and Stacy's persistence. I remember the very first time I was on the phone with both of them. In fact, Stacy, the very first time I worked with him with the prospecting class, it was wild. He's reading the script. We're role playing. I'm playing the prospect. He's playing the prospector. And he says, he's reading it. And after it was all done, I'm like, well, first of all, dude, you sound like a drill sergeant. He goes, I am, ma'am. I'm like, oh. Well, it's really obvious. And if you are sounding like a drill sergeant on the phone with a cold prospect, there's a good chance they do not want to join you. He goes, yes, ma'am, that's been my experience. Oh my God. There was zero emotion, zero human connection. He sounded like a robot. It's like no one wants to follow that guy. You know, so do this, change this. And same with Jackie. Jackie didn't sound like a drill sergeant. He sounded different. But it was like, oh, I almost want to tell these guys, you might want to find something else to do. I'm not kidding you. I almost told the 3 of these people, you might want to find something else to do. Because this is going to be really hard and really long. And if you don't have the persistence, and if you're not really like absorbing and super teachable all the time, this isn't going to work for you. Like you're the kind of person that needs an overload of audios into you all the time. And most people are not willing to pay that price, but they did. In fact, I've walked into his office at his house. He didn't know that I was there, and you'll never guess what was playing in the background while he was on the phone. My freaking voice. Audios. Playing all the time. So these guys are amazing. They are absolutely phenomenal leaders to this day. And I know exactly where they started from. I know the ebbs and flows. I know the seasons that they had super strong. I know the seasons that were not super strong. I know how they could not communicate before. I know the point where I wanted to say, you might want to find something else to do, and then seeing the absolute breakthrough that happened for them through all of that persistence, all of that time of learning, that time investing into themselves, that time of not giving up, that time of talking to thousands of people and closing one, to now, they both are machines. Jackie and Stacey O'Quinn are absolute machines, and it's completely unemotional. It's like, I just know what my numbers are. You just work the numbers, you just work the numbers, you just work the numbers. That's how good they've become. And not only that, but how they've led their organizations. And you have to think about this. It's not that often that you get the chance to have someone with that high level of skill being willing to take time out from their business to teach you to have that high level skill. Think about it. He's your competitor. And these guys have never, in the 10 years that we've been working together, they have never cross-recruited a single person. Never, and nor will they. They have never violated it. People come up to them all the time. What business are you in? I'm so sorry. Did you not see that agreement that we all signed yesterday? No. You know, what business you're in is the one you should be in, and that's the one you're going to build. It has nothing to do with the business. It has everything to do with your skill set. What you bring to the table is what matters. The business itself, the product, the service, the comp plan, none of that matters. What matters is your skill and how you develop and how you rise up into a leader. So don't try to find out what my business is, because you will not be in my business. And anytime they found somebody that tried to sneak in, they call those people, you're out. No. Get out of here. You are not going to violate my integrity. Period, end of story. So I've encountered a lot of people in my life, especially in this industry, and there's a lot of shysters out there. There's a lot of people that steal out there. These guys have never done it. Brian and Jackie and Stacey have never violated that agreement. So I can't trust anybody else into your hands. I can't trust anyone else to put in front of you that has the skill, that is qualified, that has the results, who are the experts in the field and live in it, than these three guys. So you who are joining them on that, pay attention. Pay attention. Follow what they say. Do what they do. They're live on the phone every day. It's the freshest in them far more than it's fresh in me. Do you understand? They're in it. They know what they're dealing with every day, and that's how they can lead and guide you into that kind of success. So I am really excited about that. So